students, today we are going to discuss our topic, that is metal. How do metals and non-metals react? How do metals and non-metals react? Okay. Now see, before that we shall see that electronic configuration of some of the elements. Okay. Now see, there are certain elements like helium, neon, argon, okay, krypton. See, there are certain elements like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. Okay. So these are what? These are noble gases. Okay. These are what? Noble gases. So I am taking only 3 noble gases out of them. Okay. This is helium, this is neon and this is argon. Is that clear? So see, this is the symbol. This is element. Name of element, that is helium, neon, argon. Okay. And we are taking some other examples like or we can say, we can change a little. Okay. See, these are type of element. These are types of element, means these are noble gases. Okay. And here we are taking the examples of metals like sodium. We are taking the example like sodium. Symbol is what? Na. What is the symbol for argon? Ar. What is the symbol for neon? Ne. What is the symbol for helium? He. Okay. And sodium, magnesium, Mg. Okay. We have already learned about the properties of metals and non-metals, both physical as well as chemical. Okay. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium. You can take many examples. Okay. Now see, there are certain examples of non-metals like nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, like nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc. What is the symbol for nitrogen? N. What is the symbol for oxygen? O. And what is the symbol for fluorine? F. Now we shall see their electronic configuration. Okay. See, what is the atomic number of helium? That is 2. What is the atomic number of neon? That is 10. What is the atomic number of argon? That is 18. Okay. So we can write here atomic numbers. Instead of electronic configuration, we can prepare first column of atomic number. What is the atomic number of sodium? 11, magnesium 12, aluminium 13, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8 and fluorine 9. Is that clear? So this is what? This is atomic number. Okay. And now what about electronic configuration? See, next column is number of, you can write electronic configuration, or you can write what? You can write number of electrons in shells. Okay. See, we know that in any of the atom, in the center there is nucleus. So in this way there are shells in an atom. Okay. See, this is what? K shell, this is L shell, this is M shell and this is N shell. Okay. How we place electrons in these shells, that is what we call is electronic configuration. Okay. So next column you can make of electronic configuration. Okay. Or number of electrons in the shell. See, these are the shells K, L, M and N. Is that clear? Now see, in this case, in helium there are 2 electrons only in K shell. In case of neon, 2, 8. In case of argon, 2, 8. Okay. 8 plus 8, 16 plus 2, 18. Okay. In case of 11, sodium means 11, 281. In case of 12, 282. In case of 13, 283. Okay. After writing the electrons, you can count the total number of electrons like 2, 8 plus 2, 10, 8 plus 8, 16 plus 2, 18, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 1, 11, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 2, 12, 8 plus 2, 10 plus 3, 13. Okay. Next is 2, 5. Is that clear? Now, in case of oxygen, 2, 6, and in case of fluorine, 2, 7. Is that clear? Now, earlier scientists saw that, they observed that noble gases do not react with each other and with the other elements. Okay. Then, what was the reason for that? Reason, they observed their electronic configuration and they found that electrons, 2 electrons in the outermost shell and 8 electrons in the, means 2 electrons and 8 electrons in the outermost shell, they are the reason for noble gases. That is, they don't react with each other and they don't react with other elements. Is that clear? So, in the same way, they observed some metals and non-metals, and what they found that if, see, I am discussing the case of sodium. This is having electronic configuration 281. Okay, this is the arrangement of electrons present in the various shells. See, if we remove one electron, okay, from the outermost shell, that is KLM. If we remove one electron from M shell, so how many electrons are there in the valence shell, means outermost shell, 8 electrons. So in this way, this sodium metal also achieves noble gas configuration and becomes stable, and one positive charge is there, because any of the element when loses electron, it gets that much positive charge. Okay. So in this way, we observed the case of magnesium. Okay. So what is the electronic configuration of magnesium? That is 282. Okay. So if magnesium loses 2 electrons, first of all, magnesium gets 2 positive charge. Okay. And what is the electronic configuration of magnesium? 2, 8. Okay. In the same way, in case of aluminium, what is the electronic configuration? 283. So how it will become a noble gas? Means how it will achieve noble gas configuration after losing 3 electrons. So all these metals, okay, all these metals you can see after losing electrons, they achieve noble gas configuration, means 8 electrons in the outermost shell, and in this way these elements become stable. Okay. And now in the same way, they observed about the known metals. What did they observe? See, what is the electronic configuration of nitrogen? 2,5. Okay. So if nitrogen gains 3 electrons, see, plus 3 electrons, so nitrogen will get 3 negative charge. Okay. And what will be its electronic configuration now? 2,8. So see, nitrogen, which is a non-metal, after gaining 3 electrons, it achieves noble gas configuration. In the same way, oxygen, which is having electronic configuration 2,6, okay, after gaining how many electrons? 2 electrons. Okay. So it becomes O2 negative, and what its electronic configuration becomes? 2,8. So again, there are 8 electrons in the outermost shell, just like the noble gases, and it also becomes stable. In the same way, fluorine, which is having electronic configuration 2,7, after gaining 1 electron, it becomes F negative, and its electronic configuration is what? 2,8. In this way, it also achieves stable noble gas configuration. Okay. So what scientists observed from all these things, that metals after losing electrons, okay, and non-metals after gaining, after receiving electrons, they achieve stable noble gas configuration. Okay, they achieve stable noble gas configuration. Okay. See, in case of metals and non-metals, we know very well that what is the conclusion for this thing? Conclusion is that metals and non-metals, in this way, metals the electrons which metals lose, so non-metals gain those electrons. Okay, so give and take of electron is there, and this give and take of electron is responsible for the formation of a bond between metals and non-metals, and that bond formed is known as what? Ionic bond. Okay, that bond formed is known as ionic bond, and that is the strongest bond. Okay, now see how this give and take of electron takes place. We shall study that. Okay, see, we are taking the example of NaCl. Okay, see, what is the electron dot structure of sodium? See, first of all we shall write atomic number of sodium, atomic number which is represented by Z. Okay, so now we shall write the electronic configuration, that is 281, means arrangement of electrons in the various shells. We know that first shell is K, L, M, N and so on. 2 electrons of sodium are in K shell, then 8 electrons are in L shell and 1 electron in M shell. Okay, so how it will achieve a stable noble gas configuration means when there are 8 electrons in the outermost shell, okay, of sodium, so it will achieve stable noble gas configuration. Is that clear? So see, sodium after losing 1 electron, it achieves stable noble gas configuration. Okay, and in the same way, if I go for chlorine, what is the atomic number of chlorine? That is 17. What is the electronic configuration of chlorine? That is 287. Okay, and now see, if chlorine gains that electron, see how we shall represent that electron means this sodium has lost 1 electron and thus sodium has become Na positive, means any element having positive charge is known as what? Cation. In the same way, the electron which is lost by sodium, that chlorine will gain and it will become Cl negative ion, means chloride ion. And now what is its electronic configuration? 288. Okay, now how we should represent that? See, this cross is the valence electron for sodium. Okay, and how many electrons chlorine is having in its valence shell? That is 7. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this way, see, chlorine is having 7 valence electrons. So see, what is its electronic configuration? 281. So this cross is this valence electron and chlorine is having 287. Okay, means these 7 are the valence electrons of chlorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how chlorine and sodium, they will become stable, they will attain stable noble gas configuration when sodium will lose electron and that electronic is gained by chlorine. Okay, so what we will write? Sodium has lost 1 electron, so sodium will acquire 1 positive charge. Okay, and chlorine, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 electrons were of chlorine, and see, this electron which is in the present in the form of cross, I have shown just to differentiate. So see, chlorine has attained 1 electron, so it will attain 1 negative charge. Is that clear? So see, the electron which is lost by sodium, that is gained by chlorine. So this loss and gain of electron, this will carry positive and negative, that will create positive and negative charges on these sodium and chlorine atoms. Okay, in this way there will be a strong electrostatic forces of attraction between two oppositely charged ions, and these strong electrostatic forces of interactions are known as what? Ionic bond. Okay, is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? Okay, so see, again I am telling you that how bond is formed between metal and a non-metal. Okay, we have taken the example of sodium chloride, in which sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. Okay, so give and take of electron, that will create charges on both of the atoms. Okay, and this these two oppositely charged ions, these will be having strong electrostatic forces of attraction, and these strong forces of attraction is known as ionic bond. So in this way, an ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. It is a very strong kind of bond. Okay. And second example we can take of magnesium chloride. Okay. See, magnesium, which is having atomic number 12, and what shall be its electronic configuration? 282, and see, 2 electrons, Mg, 2 positive. Is that clear? So see, here if I show Mg, okay, so how many valence electrons are there of magnesium? 2. So we shall show 2 crosses. Okay, we shall show here 2 valence electrons. These are 2 valence electrons. So again, Mg, example is what? MgCl2. Example is what? MgCl2. Okay, so we have to show here 2 chloride ions. These 2 chlorine atoms. First of all, we shall say 2 chlorine atoms. See, now one chlorine is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is having 2, 8, 7. It is also having 2, 8, 7 electronic configuration. Okay. So see, if it will gain 1 electron and it also gains 1 electron, so it will become Cl negative. It will also become Cl negative ion. So see, if magnesium loses 2 electrons, so it will become Mg, 2 positive ion, which attains a stable noble gas configuration. So 1 electron from magnesium is lost to, is donated to this chlorine, and 1 electron to this chlorine. So in this case, Mg2 positive charge is created and it attains 2,8, means stable noble gas configuration. And in this case, how we can show 2 chlorine atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 chlorine negative charge. Is that clear? Because see, 2 chlorine atoms are identical, so we can show 2. Okay, in front of chlorine we can write 2. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and negative charge. Is that clear? Or we can also show like this. That is your wish. You can also show like this. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 negative charge here, 1 negative charge here. Okay. So that is your wish. How you want to represent. Is that clear? Now, see. So this is all about the formation of ionic bond, means how metals and non-metals react. Okay. Now we are left with 2 topics, that is properties of ionic compounds. Okay. Properties of ionic compounds and alloys. Is that clear? We are left with only 2 topics. See, the topic occurrence of metal. See, this is very important information. Occurrence of metals. Okay, this topic is now deducted from your syllabus. This topic is no more in your syllabus, so you need not to do that. We are left with properties of ionic compounds, and this a very short 3-4 line topic, that is at the end of your chapter. Okay, we shall cover in our next lecture. Now see, on page number 49 in your NCERT, there are 2 questions we are going to discuss. Those questions: write the electron dot structure of sodium oxygen and magnesium. Okay, so this is your NCERT question. Write down their electron dot structure. Now see, for electron dot structure, first of all we write their electronic configuration. First of all, write their atomic number. What is the atomic number of sodium? That is 11. What is the atomic number of oxygen? That is 8. What is the atomic number of magnesium? That is 12. Okay. Now, write electronic configuration: 281, 26 and 282. Okay. So how we shall write the electron dot structure? Valence electrons present in the outermost shell. 1 electron, so we shall write like this. In case of oxygen, how many valence electrons? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. In case of magnesium, How many valence electrons are there? 2. So we shall write like this. Okay. Now second is show the formation of Na2O and MgO by the transfer of electrons. Next question is show the transfer of Na2O. See, we have to show the formation of Na2O. First of all, sodium are 2, so we shall write like this. Oxygen is 1, so we shall write this. See, what is the electronic configuration of sodium? That is 281. In the same way, 281, so we shall represent 1 electron here, 1 electron here. What is the electronic configuration of oxygen? 26. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means valence electrons we are drawing around the atom. Okay. See, 1 electron is lost by sodium here and 1 by this. So 2 Na positive charges are there. Is that clear? And oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 2 negative. So in this way we can show the formation of Na2O. Okay. Now in the same way the formation of MgO. MgO. So first of all write down Mg. What is its atomic number? 12. What is its electronic configuration? 282. And valence electrons we shall write like this. Oxygen, what is the atomic number? 8. Electronic configuration 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 2 electrons, okay, magnesium will donate to oxygen. So Mg, 2 positive charge will be there, and oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 negative charge. So in this way we can show the formation of MgO. Okay. Next question is, what are the ions present in these compounds? Ions in these compounds means cation and anion. Okay, in ionic compounds, cation and anion, 2 types of ions are there. Is that clear? Now second question is, why do ionic compounds have high melting point? Why do ionic compounds have high melting points? So why? Because in case of ionic compounds, if we take the example of sodium chloride, so we shall see in case of sodium chloride, 2 oppositely charged ions are there, and these charges are attracted by strong electrostatic forces of interaction. That is why these compounds are having high melting point. Okay, beta. Now in our next lecture, we shall discuss properties of ionic compounds and formation and alloys. Okay, and extraction of metals. This is being deducted in your syllabus. Okay, so this is all for today. Practice the formation of all these ionic compounds. Okay.